Guys, I have to speak my truth. I never want to live with a man. Ever. I don't ever want to do it. Not if we're in a relationship, not if we're engaged, not if we're married. I don't want to do it.
A lot of men know that women do better without us as well. And the men, men be so pissed off when women don't want to, when women say stuff like they don't want to live with us, or when they talk about how much better they're doing without us. The reason why that pisses men off is because how dare women spread the message that women don't need men to be whole or fulfilled, because men have been working overtime into convincing women that men and women need each other, when it's really men need women.
I just want to remind women that you got to be really careful to keep your husband, because if you don't, your life could wind up looking like this.
I personally completely understand why women don't want to live with men. I'm not gonna sit here and act and play stupid at all. I remember my wife saying this to me several times. The first time she said it, she was like, I'm thinking about getting my own bedroom. Oh, I think I need my own bedroom, or something along those lines. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't snore, I mean, I probably do, but not, neither one of us, our sleep habits don't affect the other person. We usually go to bed around the same time. We wake up around the same time. We're not loud, you know what I mean? Whatever, right? But so I didn't understand. And then she was like just talking about like some of my habits in the room, like not around sleep, but just, like not picking up after myself or whatever the case may be. And she was like, yeah, she was like, she was just tired of doing shit for me. Like, that's the way that I interpreted that. At the time I didn't, though. I was like, what the fuck? And in my mind, I'm like, for me, it's a first step to getting a divorce. And it may not be, you know what I mean? Like, it may not be, but it just felt like that. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, what are you talking about? But I understood what she was saying, like I got it. Like in the moment, of course, I was like, what the fuck? But then, she like brought it up again and was like, this is what I'm talking about. And I was like, okay, you're right. I see. I got to do better. It was one of those things. But yeah, she just was tired. It was just little shit. And like, men be talking about how women will leave them over, like she left me because I didn't pick up my dirty drawers and shit like that. And I'm like, and I've used this analogy before, but it really is so applicable here. Imagine you want to extend credit, or you want somebody to extend credit to you. And then they look at your credit report. And yeah, you do like most of the big, you took care of most of the big stuff, but you just got like a bunch of like little, just like $300 phone bill here, $400 this, $1,500 that, $600 here. And it's like, why you just didn't pay this shit? Like you paid off a $50,000 car. You're paying off your student loans worth 70 grand. Like, you're doing all this, but then it's this little shit you just like won't take care of. Those are red flags to me, because I'm like, why? Like, that's almost deliberate that you don't pay that stuff off. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to give you this loan. And it depends on what it's for, of course. If it was like for a house or a car, okay. But if it was for something not big, then I would be worried about that, right? Because the little things add up. That's what it's like in a relationship. It's like the little things are the things a lot of times, and I feel like the things that we deem to be little. So not little. I'm sorry, little. I'm sorry, yeah, not little. Physically abusive, emotionally abusive. Like, I'm talking about, when I talk about emotionally abusive, I'm talking about screaming, lying, manipulating, gaslighting, like extreme versions of this stuff, right? Financial abuse, just extreme neglect. Cool. Those are big things. You don't do those things. You don't do those things. Cool. Round of applause for you, pat on the back, whatever you need to make yourself feel better. Fine. But then if you're not doing the little stuff, the daily things, that shit will drive a person crazy, because it gets to a point to where you're like, this is deliberate, right? Like, why can't you just pick up your fucking drawers? Why can't you just Stop spraying the damn mirrors with white toothpaste all the fucking time when you brushing your teeth. Why you can't wipe that down? Like, I get that you do it. Okay, fine. Wipe it down. Why do you uh never replace the toilet paper on the roll? Like, why, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is like, imagine this, like, it's a death by 1,000 cuts. And men really be trying to act like that shit don't matter. Like, you in it for better or for worse. What about your vows? And da 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 da. God did not tell that woman to put up with abuse. God did not tell that woman to put up with a bunch of stupid shit. I don't care. I don't believe that about God. I ain't even in it. I ain't got a dog in the fight. Them wasn't my vows, but I don't think that's what God intended for women. Just me though. So when women talk about this, I don't have any fucking problem with it. I'm like, I understand. I completely understand.
Guys, I have to speak my truth. I never want to live with the man. Ever. I don't ever want to do it. Not if we're in a relationship, not if we're engaged, not if we're married. I don't want to do it. It just sounds like an overstimulating nightmare. Like, imagine you come home from work, a stressful day at work, and you open the door and you see another person just sitting there.
When she said that, the first thing that came to my mind was, that had to be how my mama felt. That had to be how my mama felt being a single mother. That had to be how she felt when she came home and me and my brother was just sitting there playing video games or something like that. And it was a sink full of dirty dishes. And our rooms were dirty. Because we didn't really fuck up the house, but the sink would be dirty and our rooms would be dirty. Oh, and we forgot to take the chicken out. She told us to take the chicken, the legs and thighs out the freezer. And the motherfucker's still sitting in the freezer. That shit low key do piss you off.
That sounds so mean, but like, I don't want that. I feel like we should be able to live in the same building, but different apartments. Because then I can see you when I want to see you, but I don't have to see you every single day, 365 days. I don't have to see you, bro. We can interact and then we can be like, okay, I need a break. I can go to my place. You go to your place. You play your stupid video games. I watch my movies. I relax. I read my books, right? I just like don't want to. I just don't want to live with a man. And people are like, won't you get lonely? No. I've lived by myself for almost 5 years. No. And then when they're like, oh, but like, you don't want somebody to hold you at night? No. I get really hot when I sleep. I don't want you to hold me. It's actually really bad for me if you do. Because then I'll break out in a full-blown sweat. And we're both awake because you thought that I peed on you or something. But in reality, it's just me sweating literal bullets because you are on top of me. Get off of me. Get away from me. I don't like that. Maybe it's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm like avoidant, but like I don't like that. I need my space. Okay? I need space.
I have no problem with that. And I think that this should be normalized. Again, especially when women say this, I completely understand because women do so much of the labor and they're just like, a lot of women are just like adverse to doing that now, from what they've seen in history and what they've observed. They're just like, I'm out. Like, I just don't want to do it. I completely understand. Again, I don't want that in my relationship. That definitely made me be like more aware of the things that I was doing. Because I was like, I don't want my wife to live in another bedroom. I love being in the bed with my wife. I love us laying down. Like, I don't even know if I could sleep. Like, now thinking about it, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm so used to us being in the bed together. Like, I don't even know if I could sleep in the bed without my wife. It would take a while. I'm not saying like I could never do it, but it would take a while because me and my wife also, a reason why I think that too is because like a couple weeks ago, I don't know why we did it. I don't remember the conversation we had, but we decided to like switch sides in the bed. Like we decided to, we decided to switch sides. I remember I was saying like, I love to lay on my left side, which is I sleep on the right side of the bed and I love to lay on my left side, so I'm like facing like away from my wife, right? Because she's on the other side. And I was saying like maybe if I switch sides and we could, like I could face her, because again I like sleeping in the bed with my wife, and I was like, maybe in the night or whatever, it would be like we could be like closer or whatever. I don't know, but that was pretty much what it was. And then we did it, and I was tossing and turning all night. We woke up in the morning, and she was like, "How did you sleep?" And we were like laughing about it, and I was like, "I slept like terribly because it just was so uncomfortable. I couldn't get used to it. Like I can't sleep on a different side of the bed as my wife, let alone if she wasn't in the bed. Like that just freaks me out a little bit at this point in time. But anyways, I completely understand. I completely understand where this young lady is coming from. A lot of men know that women do better without us as well. And the men, you know, men be so pissed off when women don't want to when women say stuff like they don't want to live with us, or when they talk about how much better they're doing without us. The reason why that pisses men off is because how dare women spread the message that women don't need men to be whole or fulfilled, because men have been working overtime into convincing women that men and women need each other when it's really men need women, and men get so fucking mad when women take away their labor from us that we literally we crash out so hard. But women don't, men don't want to hear this.
I just want to remind women that you got to be really careful to keep your husband, because if you don't, your life could wind up looking like this. A fire, and a tree, and a dog, and a remote, some trash TV, and a book, and a computer, and a paycheck.
Yeah, it don't get much better, right? She sounds very content. I don't see anything wrong with that for her. And this is what like men we have to get over. We Instead of trying to convince women that they need us, why don't we make ourselves, invaluable to women by starting with maybe not harming them? Being one of the men that like never, fuck with women, never cause women any strife, any trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like that alone kind of makes you an invaluable man in this society. And then step it up a notch, and try to help other men be similar or be the same way. Right. Now you're one of the chosen few. Right.
The way I made that video about never wanting to live with the man, and y'all have fully validated why I never want to live with the man in the comments, because I lived alone for 5 years, right? I haven't had a roommate, nobody, for like 5 years. And I grew up like in the same house as my two brothers. So that was kind of why I didn't never wanted to live with the man. But y'all are like, I did it, never do it. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I should never consider it. Got it. Because I didn't think that many people would relate to it, but apparently it's a widespread feeling if so many of y'all are in the comments telling me to never fucking do it. Like, actually never do it. I did not expect that many people to kind of like understand where I was coming from. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. And it's kind of really funny. Actually, it's really funny that I'm not alone in this. But yeah, I don't want to live.
It makes perfect sense, especially for me, because I've seen so many examples of men just being the worst human beings, just fucking with women the whole time, eating up all the fucking food. Again, I don't even want to talk about the extreme versions of men, like the violent ones, or you know what I mean? Like I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying really like the average man. The average man just finds a way, I feel like. The average man just finds a way to be abusive. Like, I don't know. It's almost like a gift at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you got to think about it. Cause it's like, how are men this abusive? Just the average man. You just find a way to be weird. Again, like I said, like eating up all the food, eating up all the snacks, women walking on eggshells because you got a bad attitude because you watched the fucking you watch the game or some shit like, you know what I mean? And now your favorite team lost or whatever the case may be. It's ridiculous.